Hello, and welcome to the Spooky Chris podcast. My name is Chris Ringler. I am your aforementioned Spooky Chris. I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about my upcoming film festival. Among all of the myriad strange things I do, is I run the Flint Monster Society. It's a little kind of a hobby thing I do here in the Genesee County, Flint, Michigan area, putting on kind of free horror events, and I have one coming up this fall that allows people from all around the world to participate, and that would be the Flint Short Film Freakout. This will be the third time I'll be putting this on, and it's a great chance for me to bring in movies from around the world to show to the folks in the area. Over the years, we've gotten stuff from, like literally the entire world, from Australia, Japan, South America, United States, Iran, Italy, Spain, the UK, all over the world. It's really been gratifying to get all that stuff in for what is a small, very, very small, especially if you think one person is putting this on, a small film festival, like one-day festival. I do give out prizes for three films. I hate saying the top three films because there's a lot of really good ones that are submitted, but the three that kind of had the biggest impact on me when I see them, and I like to feature movies from Michigan, since that's where I'm at, and I like to kind of give those folks a chance to let people that are nearer to them see these things. It's a really fun time for me to be able to see these movies, to see kind of what horror looks like around the world, and to let other folks see that as well. It's something that we see, bits and pieces of, but on these smaller scales, it's fascinating because you're really getting into microcosm stuff, the differences in the things that scare us, and it's just utterly fascinating. And I love being able to do that. And I've been involved in film festivals for many years now. I was on the board for the Flint Film Festival in 2006, and in my old group, we put on festivals and showed movies and stuff. So I'm very comfortable doing these things. Again, it's on a much smaller scale, and it's obviously different than the big ones you see in every way. I let folks come to my show for free. I foot the bill on everything, just because this is something I want to do for the area. It's something like I wish these kind of things existed so I could have gone to them when I was a kid. And so it's just a small way for me to give back. And I love to be able to do that. And folks, if there's anyone interested, you can submit your films on Film Freeway. It's $3 to submit. I tried to keep it as low as possible, but still charge something so that I'm not. I remember one year we did it where it was with my last group, we did it where it was free entries, and oh my gosh, we got so many entries. We got several hundred entries. And so much stuff that did not fit, among them a hookah documentary, which, I'm sure it's a fascinating subject for some, but it just wasn't what we were looking for a horror horror film festival, and it's interesting. That's an aside too. The stuff that people will send in that just does not fit, and he'll say explicitly horror, and we'll still get some things that don't fit at all. But But yeah, if you go to Film Freeway, if you look up the Flint Short Film Freakout, for $3 you can submit. I am watching everything and am doing my little due diligence to, sort them out and pick out the stuff that I think would be the best fit for this festival. I mean, it's one of those things. It doesn't mean if a movie isn't picked, it doesn't mean it was bad. It just means it wasn't a fit for this festival. And that's just the way it is. I've having made a couple shorts myself. I've only been, I only got admitted into one festival. And I mean, maybe if I was willing to pay money to have people, to submit, it'd be different. But since this is an utter hobby for me, it wasn't something I was willing to invest in for something like that. So again, I'm very mindful to keep the cost down for people when they're submitting. I just also need to, if I'm watching dozens of movies, that's a bunch of my time, and I need to be able to recoup a little bit of that and still put on this festival. And since I'm the one picking up the bill, this helps to offset that, the minor cost to submit. But yeah, it's a fun time. Like, we do it at this an all ages punk club in Flint. I mean, I guess I say punk, but that's what it started out as. Now it's more of an all ages like drug and alcohol free event center and concert space. They hold a lot of community events there, and there's a local theater company that does independent theater shows there. A lot of hip hop shows, a lot of rock shows. I've done my events there for a few years now, so it's a great space, and I'm thrilled to be able to go and do these shows there. So it's gonna be fun. The cutoff for the film festival, you have to submit by August 16, 2025, and the film festival itself is September 27th. And I think it's gonna be a great time. You can look up the Flint Monster Society on Facebook, and I'll post about this stuff once in a while. Like, once I start announcing movies, I'll start posting there and on my spookychris.com website under the Flint Monster Society tab. But that's about it. Like, if you are a short film, like a filmmaker, a short horror filmmaker, if you're in a horror film, think about submitting. I would love to see the stuff. I'd love to show it at the festival. There's only so much we can show. It's a one-day fest, but I would love to show stuff, and there's room right now to show things. So I would love to get more entries, ergo the mini podcast here, just to kind of boost the signal, as it were, and try to get a few more submissions. And that's it. Like I say, you can find everything out at Film Freeway and look up Flint Short Film, Flint Short. Oh my gosh, I always forget the name of it. Flint Short Film Freakout. It's alliterative, so that helps. And that's it. I appreciate you listening. You can find all my stuff as usual at spookychris.com. More information about the festival, the Flint Monster Society, and everything else. I will talk to you soon, Space Ranger.